My guest is Ashley. Ashley, why are you here today?
I'm here to prove to my ex-boyfriend that he is the father of my son because I have been taking care of him for the last 8 months all by myself. And I'm having the hardest time. It's difficult and I can't do it anymore. I'm trying to go back to school so I can get my OB nursing degree. I'm trying to get my high school diploma and I've been doing everything on my own. I'm only 19 years old. He promised me when I told him I was pregnant that he was going to be there for me and that he was going to help me. And he hasn't done anything. Nothing at all. He had $500. He had $500 and I didn't see any of it. I didn't get a dime. He said that he was going to come up and he was going to see his son with that money and he didn't. He had $20 and I asked him if I could get it for some diapers for my son and I had to beg him for the money.
How long were you with him before you got pregnant?
About 1.5 years.
Okay, so it was a pretty, ongoing relationship.
We were on and off for about 2 years.
Okay, and then, but together for 1.5 years. When you told him, hey, Oscar, I'm pregnant, what was his reaction?
He had said that he was going to get a job and he was going to help out and we could be a family and everything. And he told me that he was excited. And that's when I had told him, I'm probably going to do the miscarriage pill. And he said no. So
you said, okay, that sounds good. I'm going to have the baby. But then what happened?
He basically he didn't do anything, I ended up having to move in with my mother because he wasn't doing anything for me. Her and her husband took care of me, They did everything that they could for me. I had my baby. They helped provide for me and my child.
When did you break up with Oscar?
I broke up with him when I found out he cheated on me again.
After you had the baby?
No, this was before.
Oh, during your pregnancy?
Yeah, because I was 6 months pregnant when I moved up with my mom.
And he cheated on you while you were 6 months pregnant?
Yes, and I found out that the person he cheated on me with had an STD.
Wow.
And I got checked. I was pregnant. I had to get checked all the time.
Sure.
I didn't have it, and it really scared me. He could have affected me and my child with that,
When did he start denying that he's the father?
He had told me in the beginning, he said, I do want a DNA test, but he started denying him officially when a family member had told him, when he had showed them pictures, family member had told him that he doesn't look like him. And this is when he was first born. He doesn't look like anybody. He didn't look like me. He didn't look like him.
How did that make you feel?
Like, crap, how are you going to deny a little innocent baby?
Because you say he's the father. And he took a DNA test, and at the end of the show, we'll find out for sure. Is there a chance that anybody else is the father?
Well, I did sleep with somebody else a month and a half before I got pregnant, though. And
well, a month and a half before you got pregnant?
Yes, because
So I guess there is a possibility that
there is a very small possibility, but my son...
You're thinking it's Oscar.
I know it is.
Can you relate to this story? Go to www.stevewilkos.com to get my help. Let's bring out Oscar.
Hey, you're a liar. I never once tried to talk you out of getting an abortion.
Okay. You, dude, you're so full of yourself.
No, I'm too young to even have a kid. Why would I try and talk you out of an abortion?
Yeah, I told you I was going to take
about the abortion. I told you
I was going to take the miscarriage pill, and you said no. Yes, you.
No, you weren't.
Yes, I did.
No, you were not.
The point is, when she told you she was pregnant, what was your reaction?
I was happy. I was kind of excited, and then I found out that she was messing around with someone else behind my back.
You were
Hold on. But you were messing around on her too. Now, I can't really get too serious about the relationship itself because you seem like you're just a kid yourself, 21 years old. Probably shouldn't be bringing children into the world anyways at this stage in your life. But the fact that is, you were sleeping around, didn't take enough precaution, a baby comes into the world.
Yeah.
Okay. That baby didn't ask who my parents are going to be, doesn't have a voice to ask who my parents are going to be. You just happen to be it, right?
Possibly.
Okay. That's a fair statement because she herself said there's a chance that it might be somebody else's. You took a DNA test before the show. We're going to find out if you are the father. And if it comes back and you are the father on this DNA test, your reaction will be?
I'll be happy.
Do you want, let me ask you, Do you want to be the father of this child?
Oh, because then I got to deal with her for the rest of my life.
Okay, so you're hoping that the DNA... Fair enough. You're saying you want the DNA test to come back and you're not the father.
Yeah.
Because you don't want the responsibility and you don't want to deal with her. You could be the father.
Yeah.
And you know you were sleeping with her. Mm-hmm. Okay. The baby does need to eat. And so whatever she was doing, she's taking care of the baby.
Yeah.
And you know what my dad taught me? Right and wrong. Mm-hmm. What you're supposed to do, what you're not supposed to do. Right?
My dad did too.
Okay, so then I know one thing. Baby needs to be fed. Mm-hmm. And by you having sexual relationship with this young woman, you might have brought a baby into the world.
Yeah.
So that you don't get a pass, well, I'll start taking care of my baby, or I'll start giving it money when I found out 100% certain that's my baby. You don't get that option. Morally, to me, morally, no, you start taking care of that baby. Start helping out the woman you were sleeping with. You don't turn your back on her. You don't turn your back on that little baby until the DNA results come back.
Yeah.
Is there any reason why you're standing there with a goofy grin on your face?
Because kind of stuck. And
you're kind of stuck?
Yeah.
No, you made yourself stuck. You created the situation. How much money have you given this young lady to help?
I haven't given her anything.
Nothing?
Nope.
Not one single dollar?
Nope.
I want you to tell me, as a human being, that is a little boy there. It's not a toy, a car. That is a human being sitting there. Mm-hmm. Do you have any feelings at all?
Yeah.
What feelings do you have?
Kind of like I don't know. I don't even know.
You know what? The truth of it is, the fact is, you're a 21-year-old goofball. You know what I mean? And I want to say this. When I was 21 years old, I was a goofball too. Not as big as you. But a lot of 21-year-olds are goofballs. You just happen to be a bigger goofball at this stage in your life. What I'm saying is, if this test comes back and it says, you are the father of this child, and all these months, 8, going on 9 months, how are you going to feel that you haven't done anything for your son?
Like a scumbag?
Like a scumbag.
Yeah.
And what will you do then?
Well, I'm already going to college. I'm already joining the Navy this coming up summer.
Might get your head on straight, might teach you a few things, might teach you things about right and wrong, respect, taking care of your obligations, serving your country. That's a big thing they teach you in the military.
Yeah, I know.
Sacrifice. Sacrifice for your country, right? And you'll learn about sacrificing for your own children. Mm-hmm. Anything you want to say to him?
Oscar, I just need your help. I do. I can't keep doing this on my own. I'm 19. I didn't want to grow up either. I wasn't ready to be a mom, but I had to. And you just left.
I know what he said. He's hoping that he's not the father of this child. I'm asking you, are you hoping that Oscar is the father of this child?
No.
You're hoping somebody else is?
Well, I know he is, but I wish he wasn't.
Okay. Fair enough answer. The results of your DNA test, whether you are father of her son. The results of that DNA test that you took before the show is that Oscar, you are the father.
You didn't step up! Get out here.
What, Oscar? You're nothing but a little punk-ass bitch. That's all you'll ever be.
And your daughter's like the public playground. Anybody can go play with it.
Hey.
Oh, yeah.
Stop. Hey. Wait, you just found out you're actually a father. Mm-hmm. You are a father. Mm-hmm. Think about it. I want to stop everything for 5 seconds here. Think about that fact that you are a father of a young boy. You have a son. I want you to think about that for 5 seconds. I can't make you grow up.
20 years he ain't gonna grow up.
But the fact is, you have a chance. You have a chance to be a father now, because you are a father. What are you going to do? Not anybody else. I'm looking at you. What are you going to do now for your son?
What I'm doing right now. Joining the service.
You're not doing anything right now.
Exactly, you just
I'm
said
gonna
it.
join the
Listen.
service.
The fact of it is, he's been your son all this time for the previous 8 months, and you haven't done a damn thing. All he knows is he's got a belly that needs to be fed and a dirty butt that needs to be wiped. So I'm going to give you a chance to answer the question again. I'm going to keep feeding it to you. What are you going to do now?
Step up.
Are you
all I
going to
can
step
do,
up?
yeah.
Are you going to put all this childish behavior, feelings, attitude towards her aside? Because right now, the way you're acting is not in the best interest of your son. Come over here. Now, listen to me. I don't want to hear name calling. I don't want to hear all this childish behavior going back and forth. You are a mother now. You are a father. From this point forward, start acting like one. What do you want to say to him?
Oscar, I just need your help. I'm not asking you for much. This is your son. Now you know that you're a father. I just need you to help me. That's it. I'm not asking you to be with me. I'm not asking you to freaking give me the world. I'm just asking you to give that little boy everything that he deserves. You're his father, and that's what he needs in his life is a father.
Your response to her?
I don't even know what to say.
Okay. I see I'm having a little problem getting through to you, and, you know, that's going to take some time. You never met your son, right?
Met him for 2 weeks.
You met him for 2 weeks?
From morning
When's the
to
last time
night.
you seen your son? A few months now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to see your son? Do you want to go back? Because your son is here. Would you like to see your son? Can he go back and be with his son that he hasn't seen in over 2 months?
Yeah.
See, she got a healthy attitude. Let's go. Go with. You go too.
I called you, Steve, for help because I watch your show all the time.
Somebody's going to watch this and say, you know what? She was brave enough to do that. I can do that too.